Alrighty. I don't really know where to start this video off, but not sure if you guys read in my post, but you guys probably can go back and read it right now. So I would prefer you guys read it before watching this video. But I posted this post maybe 30 minutes before, maybe an hour before ever making this video. So what we all go through in life, we all go through different perspectives, representations, failures, successes, family traumas, personal issues, genetic traumas, which we cannot change what we were born into, and what we're born with. If that's genetic disorder, I have stomach issues and acid reflux issues, so it's not fucking fun. I hope that nobody has the same issues that I have as of right now. Apologies. But yes. So we can't change what we were born into. Our personal issues. Well, we can change our personal issues, but we can't change like our genetics. Like for me, I can't change like my body, like my acid reflux or my stomach issues. I really wish I could, but I cannot. But like, it also comes around who comes along the way within this game of life. Could be friends, could be new people, could be acquaintances, could be business partners. Whatever it is, the way I look at it is everything in this game of business, life, entrepreneurship is that we all meet people. Could be the right time, could be not the right time, but you don't know their true characteristics, their true story, the true hell that they went through until you ask the underlying questions. And you know what those underlying questions are to make sure that not everything may go your way. If that's within personal development, within your relationship, within your business, not everything will go your way. So now for me, I've attempted to build a community on either YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, and all of them have failed. I've either stopped putting in effort because I did 3 to 6 months worth of effort and I didn't see any progress. I was doing maybe one video a day on Instagram and TikTok, and then maybe like 5 to about 8 per week. And then my first YouTube channel got banned, and then made a new one, and I'm like, you know what? School's on discount, so I'm just gonna use school. So hopefully I can make a good amount of revenue off of school versus doing like paid ads or cold outreach versus warm outreach, or just hopefully I can make money in general. Even if it's $30 a month, that's still better than fucking having no side hustle and just working in either a full-time job. That's still $30 a month. That's like a half tank of gas right there, if not a full tank. But yes, you don't know what people are truly going through until you get to the underlying values, which I like to call, I mean, you guys have probably heard of this, but like the onion method, or just the different framework method, or just a different retrospection method, is that everything within life requires a different framework, or requires a certain level of retrospection of thoughts. And you don't know until the thought pattern is truly gone. It could be gone within a matter of 10 minutes. Could be gone within a matter of a minute, a few weeks. You don't know until it's truly gone and truly diminished. And then you just don't think that way no more. I find it interesting how our brains can just think one way and just be totally, or do the total opposite of what we want to do. I find that very funny. Oh fuck. That's what happens when I go to sleep at 3 a.m. But yes. And in the last first sentence, I could touch on this a lot more. But I said either way, every one of those struggles is part of a story that shaped who we are today. Every single struggle, perseverance, lesson, mental memory, we learn from. We gain experience, we gain perspective, we gain introspection, like I said, retrospection. Kind of the same thing, but I don't know the full definition of both. But my rebuttal for the past. We all have our own issues. We all have our own struggles, our own shortfalls, our own pitfalls, our own shortcomings. It's just, what are you doing now that you today did not do, and that you last week did not do? I'm not talking about last month. Fuck last month's self. Last month's self is 30 fucking days away. You can't get that time back. So, like, what can you today do to improve your business, to improve your community, to improve your life? If it's working another part-time job on top of your full-time job, or starting a community and making it free for 2 years and then doing paid, or just starting off paid. Like, the way I look at struggles is that we all have our own situationships. That's with oneself, family, friends, or each other. It's pretty much all that comes down to. Those 5 or 4 things is what it comes down to. And whatever those pitfalls are, or struggles are, we have to know that, yeah, we may feel like we're alone as fuck, but, like, you don't know what the fuck you're truly trying to go through. Or, sorry, let me rephrase that. You don't know what you're truly going through until you fully live through it. Until you fully gain that lesson, gain that perspective, gain that opportunity. You don't know until it's truly diminished. Which, when it's truly diminished, it loses its value. Okay. I could talk a lot about this one. And here's the thing: most people don't even realize how much potential they are sitting on. So, you know, for me, hell, I'm only 20. I don't know how much potential I could truly have. That's why I'm just ranting in front of a camera, but it's just fucking typing on a damn white ass screen, which kid you not, I just have it pulled up. But potential is potent fuel for a certain period of time. It can get you from point A to point B. But your potential will diminish, will not last you 10 years. Like, I feel my potential when I was 11 that it's totally gone. Or when I'm 31, it'll be gone. Because I wasted those 10 years of my life doing nothing and just sitting on my ass and just doing nothing to make my life better. If it's with money, if it's with relationships, if it's with status. Because everything in life requires energy and time and efficiency. But like, you don't know until it's truly gone, until it's truly fucking gone. I'm not trying to make it all depressing and sad and shit, but like, potential only gets you a certain representation of this time that you have right now. Your potential is surrounded by, granted, this is just thinking about it for when I wrote it down to now when talking about it, so maybe like 7 to 15 minutes, that your potential is surrounded by ego, thought, disbelief, self-perspective, and self-idealization. Those are just 4 to 6 things that I just thought about within a matter of just thinking about it. And you don't know until you go through very traumatic and perseverance life events where like your potential is just completely fucking drained. Which goes back to the saying of, is your glass half empty or half full? Or is it completely full? Or is it overflowing? Take that acronym with how you want it. I mean, I put it out there just because it's a pretty good fucking example when just thinking of a acronym about potential. As this shit's not even shut. I don't even care. People listen to me for all I care. Alright. Which, then of course you feel stuck or you feel behind. That's everything in life. If you're stuck in the mud, if you feel behind in other people, you can move ahead at any point in time. You can get yourself out of this thoughts, out of this shithole, out of this mud pit that you put yourself into. Because you put yourself into this. You put yourself into this. Your parents, your girlfriend, your friendships will not get you out of this. And that comes to self-idealization and self-perspective and just the whole ideology of self is that only you can get through this hell. Only you can learn the lessons that you have went through. Only you can get yourself out of this shithole. Because without getting out of this shithole, where the fuck are you trying to go? Are you trying to build that community to where you see fit, to making it $60 to $10 a month? Or to even just making that community free for 2 years, like I said earlier? You can make it 2 years free and then do $10. And then that community will pay that amount. Like, it's just straightforward. But like, we also have to look back at our struggles and what this whole entire story is and what we're trying to learn from this whole entire story. And we may be asking ourselves, well, shit just ended. That video just ended. No, you're still fucking thinking about it. So it's not where it ends, it's where it starts. It's like writing shit down. You have unlimited paper. You can write as many shit down as you want. You can come back to that as many times. Same thing with a blank document. You can come back to that shit whenever the fuck you want if you saved it on a spot where you knew where to save it. Then you can come back to it whenever the fuck you want. but it and everything does not end. You may think that everything ends if time ends, money ends, your life ends. Of course, your life ends. We all have a limited number of years on this fucking planet that you can never get back. Never get back. If it's 5 years, if it's 10 years, you will never get those amount of times left. Which, what I find intriguing is that the last thing I said is that's where the story ends, but it's not. That's where it begins. Is that every mean does not have an end. That job, that relationship, that friendship, that community does not have an end until you give up on it. Until you lose focus, until you lose that passion, until you lose your persistence to have that mindset, to do the shit that you're saying. You're putting actionable steps to do what you're doing. I don't know how to make it even better, but third paragraph. I am curious to see how long this video has been so that I can justify how long I want it to be. Boys, it's only been 16 or 17 minutes. Most of my YouTube videos are like 15 to an hour and a half. So yes, third paragraph. You know what I think I like doing is reading it out loud and then rereading it a few times in my mind and having you guys like let the thoughts sink in, and then you guys build your opinion or belief, whatever the fuck, and then yeah. So hold on, let me drink some el agua. But yes. So, third paragraph. Here we go. Let's roll into this. Let's roll deep into this shithole. Alrighty. Toad, excuse me. Unlocking your true potential isn't about luck. It's about patience and persistence. Two things almost nobody wants to practice. But without them, you stay exactly the same. Think about it. How many times in your life have you quit early? Not because you couldn't do it, but because you got tired of waiting, or tired of grinding. That's the trap. That's where most people stop. Oh, goodness. So, patience and persistence. Patience is just waiting. It's like, we all know what patience and persistence is. I'm just gonna do it in the terms of community purposes. Like, you post multiple comments, or multiple courses. You have like every other paid, and then the other one is free. Okay? And you've been patient for 6 months. You're not making as much as you want to, but you're still putting the effort. You're still being patient with the content. You're still being patient with yourself. And most of all, you're still being patient with the community. Because I think it goes community first, then content, then context of the content within the community, and then general discussion. But also, I have only been on school for maybe 3 months. um, persistent, being persistent with your workload, being persistent with your comments, with what you say, with what you do, with your community, with your other communities. Just being persistent with school. I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it. Life doesn't work on your schedule. The best day of your life and the hardest day of your life could both be waiting for you tomorrow. You can't control when these moments show up, but you can control how you respond when they do. Yeah. What? Okay. I'm just gonna go with it. You can just choose to reflect, to learn, and to grow. That's how you turn pain into fuel. That's how you stop being a victim of your story and start becoming an author of it. The victims have a interesting framework. Victims play the character, play the part, but where the fuck are you getting as a victim? Versus the author, it's the creator, it's the doer, it's the person that's taking action on steps that other people could not, that they're afraid to. The author is the storyteller of our perspective and or of our own thoughts. The author is what dictates the victim, the wounded, and the healing. The author is somebody who dictates their own opinion within their own words, represented within either a community or a video or a form of writing. Because you can't be an author of your own story if you don't even know what your story is about. Or you can't be an author of your story if you don't even know what to say. You have to find a meaning to do it. Because if you don't do it, somebody fucking else will. And they'll make a lot more fucking money than you ever will. I mean that. I seriously mean that. I mean, like, I really hope that everybody makes as much money as humanly possible and we can all just live our happy and comfortable lives. But at the same time, comfort is just a conformity of framing. It's the conformity of like, why are you trying to fucking conform? What's the point in you trying to fucking conform? Is there a purpose? Is there a reason? Because within this game of life, within this game of business, is that we all have to conform to ourselves. Not to our wives, not to our children, but to ourselves. To our childhood self, and to our deathbed regret self. Because even though we might think that, oh my god, I have 40 more years left, or I have 70 more years left, you don't. You could die within 20. You could die within 5. You could get cancer. You could have a heart attack. You could have genetic issues. And you don't know until you truly on that last moment. You truly don't know until it's gone within a blink of an eye. And I just find it extremely interesting that a lot of people conform to other people. To their friends, to their relationships. Just conform to your fucking self. Live within yourself. Live within now. Live within what you're doing within this time frame of what you fucking have. Because, like I said earlier, and I'll say it again, you don't have unlimited time. We're not immortal. We're immoral. Or immortal. If I can even fucking say it right. But, like, I find it intriguing how, even though we all go through different stories, perspectives, and interested or any of topics, is that it will all end. One time or another, it will all end. That relationship, that connection, that business, it will all fail. It's just, will you let it fail? Or will you actually put in the effort to make it not fail? So, yeah, please leave a like, please leave a comment of what you all learned within this, or if there's any schoolers that found this, well, just random scrolling. Let me know. I'm actually curious to hear your opinions about this topic and just about this video. So, I'll see y'all schoolers, I'll see y'all people in the next one. So, if y'all want to stay tuned, please subscribe. And of course, if you don't, you probably will never see me again. So have a good fucking life.